Hello and welcome to another episode of Surviving the Elements. Today we are gonna play with the no selling option enabled. There have been many discussions in the element tower defense community about selling towers, and this option to prevent players from selling towers entirely was introduced thanks to those discussions. Many people were uh, angry because they keep losing games, and their conviction is that they're losing games because players are abusing the option to sell towers, and in this way they are getting ahead so much through a snowballing effect that the game is basically decided early on, which I don't think is true. I think these are just a bunch of excuses that people tend to make when things don't go their way. But what can I say? I think these opinions against selling towers uh, have never been supported by any of the best players. No one who is really very good at the game uh, thinks that selling towers is the problem. Now, have I won any games without selling towers? Well, I sell towers only to adapt to waves, and very rarely do I look at the bar here that is filling, and I rarely think about interest rate. Uh, Whether I am ahead by a little bit of gold or not is not essential. It's not the important thing that you should focus your thinking on while playing. I have won games where I have been 15,000 gold behind my opponent in the end of the game. Uh, there are other things way more important than gold. For example, if this runic tower was not here, but one square to the right or here, it would not hit as many creeps as it can hit now. It can reach here and here and here, so most of the map is covered. This spot is great for a tower that has 1150 range. Now this wave is pretty strong, so what I can do here to feel safe is add another Astro tower. Astro towers are pretty universal, and also I want to have some Trickery towers. Maybe a couple of Trickery towers on both sides. And I think that I should be fine here. Yeah. These great Cyclops, they are pretty strong overall. Now, I think setting Windstorm to front is actually a good idea on this map, and any one path map where creeps are not coming from two directions. Because as you can see, the creeps tend to bunch up, and the splash tower, the runic tower, is dealing great splash damage to this clump of creeps. Now water level 2 is great. We will get some upgrades. We'll get the Astro tower upgraded, and I think it's worth it to even wait. I think we'll be fine for the next wave, so I'm not gonna build anything here. I'm not gonna make any changes, and I'm gonna go to upgrading the Astro tower to level 2, and after that I will upgrade the Trickery towers, and after that I'm planning on maybe adding some ice towers, maybe a second runic tower, and of course I'll be thinking about upgrading a second Astro tower to level 2, but that's a bit risky because if earth waves come in the future, yes, there is an earth wave coming very soon, so I may even postpone upgrading the Astro towers after that, and I will build the ice towers and upgrade them before that, and upgrade the runic tower. Okay, we are adapting a little bit our strategy here, and I hope we will have enough money to upgrade our Trickery towers. Not quite, but when some of these die we will get enough money for this upgrade here. Okay, one more. Alright. Upgrading Trickery towers is very important because the clones that these towers provide will deal 3 times more damage after the upgrade. Okay, let's maybe set this ice tower to front to make sure these creeps are slowed down a little bit, and we are fine here, and we will be fine during the next wave as well, because we have these ice towers that we just built. And the windstorm tower also has water damage, so it's gonna be dealing quite a significant amount of damage. Next wave is water, and since we have a runic tower, I believe this one runic tower will actually be enough to deal with that, and we may actually have this opportunity finally to upgrade the Astro tower, the thing I wanted to do earlier, but I saw that earth wave and I postponed that. Generally speaking, if you have access to a level 2 triple tower, the best thing is to upgrade it as quickly as possible. I'm also thinking about the elemental that's gonna spawn right after I kill this wave, and Astro tower is a good tower to kill the elemental. Yes, it's a level 3 elemental, so the upgrade here is essential if I want to have any chance of killing this. It's not dying very quickly. It's good to have these ice towers. They deal a lot of damage, but they also slow down the creep significantly. I'm even thinking about building one more ice tower here, set it to front. Hopefully the elemental's gonna die. I think it was gonna die anyway, but it's not bad to have a tower in this position. It can hit here and here. It can help with creeps that reach this part of the map here. And now we can see our defense is actually pretty strong, but next wave is earth, so we should add another runic tower, and maybe something more will be needed. Maybe even a second corrosion. Okay, let's build that runic tower, and let's maybe add another corrosion and upgrade this ice tower as well. Okay. It's good to have a cannon here to activate shields early. That was actually a mistake not having this here. But I think we'll be fine. We added a bunch of towers. And the good news is next wave is darkness, so with this super powerful Astro Tower we'll be completely safe. Now these shielded waves shouldn't be underestimated. Even if they seem to be dying, they could have their shields up in a very bad moment for us, where all our towers have their moment to deal lots of damage, but the creeps get their shields up, and that's a wasted opportunity to hit the creeps. The creeps move forward. While shields are up, uh, there is this thing that no slow effects are applied. The ice towers cannot slow the creeps, so this is actually a big deal. Now here, this is a nature wave, and I'm happy that I upgraded this corrosion tower right here, because without it, I think here we might have had a bit of a trouble. Corrosion tower shouldn't be underestimated. Now this elemental should die, but I will upgrade another Astro Tower just to make sure. Keep in mind that the runic towers are doing less damage to the white elemental, and that also matters, even though the main damage dealers here are the Astro Towers. And now we have the option to upgrade ice towers to level 3, which is exactly what we need to do. Ice towers level 3 are the way to go. It is a very strong tower. Of course, any level 3 dual tower is gonna be strong, but ice towers specifically slow down the creeps. So they have lots of damage, and they provide additional slow. So they are not to underestimate under any circumstances. If you get access to this, it's the most important thing to build. And I'm not sure if we would have been able to deal with these creeps without these ice towers. As we can see, even now that we have the ice towers, the creeps are showing their resilience. I will build one more ice tower. As I said, they're just very strong. And I think at this point we don't have enough Trickery towers. Even though these waves are cursed, it's better to have these down. And remember, this is a no-sell game, so without selling towers, you can't just convince yourself that if your head is in the game, if you keep focused, you will always remember to place trickeries when you need them. Trickeries also deal damage, that is not to ignore. Alright, at this point I think the best thing that could happen is if we get fire level 2. That's what I'm hoping will happen very soon after this wave. I really hope I get fire 2 and upgrade my runic towers. This is the biggest fear with the no selling enabled, that I will build some towers that I will not be able to upgrade. This position being so strong. Yes, fire too. Alright. This is perfect. But of course I'm gonna be upgrading corrosion first, because next wave is light and corrosion will help immensely with that. Also the windstorm will help. So corrosion and windstorm, the most important upgrades here, and the other corrosion as well. And now we can see the creeps are significantly slower. And after that I'm gonna be upgrading the runic towers, which will finally help us deal with some earth waves that were scary. But they will be not scary anymore with the runic upgrades. We got some really strong combinations of elements here in this game, and it seems like we should not be leaking anything. Hopefully we can reach the run-out stage without any leaks, with our 50 lives intact. What else should we do? Maybe we should even add one more corrosion tower. Because when the creeps come around here, they are not gonna be affected by corrosion anymore. So let's do that. And I guess more ice towers. Also, I will want a level 4 tower, and I'm gonna build a level 3 for now, and it will be ready to upgrade after wave 50. And wave 50 will be easy with that additional tower, I believe. This upgrade will cost a lot of money, so we should not spend right now, we should just wait. Even though next wave is very unpleasant, it is an earth wave, and it's scary to invest so much money into a light tower before an earth wave. But it's still, this is such a giant upgrade, and this tower is so powerful that I believe it's worth it, no matter the situation. Now we are getting access also to Vapor level 3, which is a great tower. And I'm thinking where I should put a Vapor tower. Vapor towers have a very short range, which is very sad. But what can you do? It is what it is. Okay, let's see what happens here. Now keep in mind, this tower is not covering this part of the map, so we need another windstorm tower, I believe. It is a priority. Now place it right here, it's gonna reach basically everywhere. The earth wave melted very quickly, it wasn't a problem, even though I build a light tower, it wasn't an issue whatsoever. This is just a very powerful combination of towers. Ice towers are really strong. And I'm not completely sure whether to build vapor towers or not. It's not a tower I have been using a whole lot. I mean in the end game scenarios. I don't know, some other players enjoy using vapor towers a lot. They seem to clear a couple of run-out waves very quickly. But I don't think they're amazing overall. I think Vapor Tower is perfect in the early game, but not so strong in the late game. That's my personal opinion. And I might be wrong about that just because I haven't been using them all that much. Yes, I'm not imagining there could be any leaks here. I think we'll be fine. And we just cleared wave 55 on the very hard difficulty without any leaks, with 50 lives remaining. And that was without selling any towers. So this was a bit of a demonstration that it can be done, and it's not that difficult. We were not like sweating, there weren't any creeps about to leak, and yes, we had a strong combination of elements, but that doesn't mean that any other scenario and we would suffer. No sale is not such a difficult scenario. And I think many people are overestimating the importance of selling. I think many people have been losing games because they just sell too much, or they overestimate the importance of selling or the importance of gold. Many people look at how much their net worth is and how much their opponent net worth is, and they think that if you have a bit more gold, then you've won the game, which is not true. If your towers are misplaced, if you make even a small mistake, if you lose any lives, you're not gonna win the game. Now that's interesting. Our perfection bonus is 1.0. It should have been 1.1, as far as I know. Anyways, perfection bonus should be 1.1, which is 10%. I don't know why it's not showing here. Must be a bug or something. I will have to ask the developers about this. This must be a bug. I have not leaked this game, and I don't know why the perfection bonus is not applying. But what I wanna say is that the perfection bonus is a lot more important than having a little bit more gold. Having a few more coins will not mean more than the perfection bonus. Your boss score will be multiplied by 10%. Alright, ice towers are the best in this situation, I believe. Okay, let's see what a vapor can do. It's a little bit late, but let's build one. And more trickery towers. I think I built so many of these. Now I don't have enough trickery towers supporting them. And here the leaks begin. Yeah, I don't like this. My score is not as high as it should have been. Or is it because I'm playing extra short mode? Maybe that's the problem. I haven't actually played extra short mode all that much. I'm doing it for these videos because I believe the early game is a bit boring, but yeah, I think that explains it. And the speed multiplier is lower, so my score is not never gonna be very good if I'm playing the extra short mode. Yeah, no bugs, I believe. This is just how the game is supposed to work. If you play the extra short mode, your speed multiplier will be a lot lower and the perfection bonus is lost. I'm learning new things every day about this game. And that's it. Well, I believe there was a point there proven that no selling is not such a big issue, and selling doesn't make you a million times more powerful. And if you think that a little bit of extra gold or anything like that is why your opponents are prevailing, that's probably because you're looking for excuses. The actual reason why you are losing the game is because you're not focusing on the most important things enough, such as positioning, targeting of the towers, and timings. You see that an earth wave is coming soon. You shouldn't upgrade your Astro towers, but delay it, build a couple of ice towers before that, as I did. So these are the most important things, and gold is not the most important thing. Alright? So thanks for watching and see you in the next episode.